All right, guys, welcome to After the Salt Settles. As you can tell, Nate is not here tonight. Lemur also had some internet problems, so he is away as well. Uh, so it's going to be me,
All right,
Aridin,
guys, welcome
and
to
joining us
After
tonight is going to be Ben, aka Ridiculous Hat. He's going to help us out a little bit. He was hosting already, so I do appreciate the help. Tonight we're going to cover week 6 for THL and week 5 for SHL. We have the SHL week review, league standings, power rankings, top dogs, all that good stuff as normal. So let's go ahead and kick it off, guys. Get this going. So we can go ahead to the SHL week in review here. Had a lot of good matches this week. Silent Storms took on Explosive Sheep. We had Synergy Gaming against Kawasaki Ninja's Rule. The Old Gods squad played Pocahontas in Space, and Enthalpy played the Defias Henchmen. Starting off with the Silent Storms against Explosive Sheeps. The Explosive Sheeps won 9-4 to get the bonus points for the week. 2 sweeps, got wrecked by Priest a couple of times on our team. Aridin did pick up the win for us, so we did pick up some points. He beat Vegan Zombie, so that was good. What did you think about your match, Aridin? I know you were hyped, man. You streamed it.
Well, I lost with a real deck. I lost with Control Warrior, so naturally I went to the meme and swept with it. So all three of those matches were meme sweeps.
Oh, never memes.
Always.
It's Aridin, did you really ban Priest?
Yes. I won. Is there a problem?
No, clearly it was the right decision. I'm sorry for questioning you.
Yeah, I did not ban Priest, and I got swept. So by said Priest, which
I'm not going to sweep the SHL 2-seed rankings, but the guy in first banned Priest.
Moving on to the Synergy Gaming and Kawasaki Ninja's Rule match. This one was close. It was basically the 1 seeds played after a double DQ from the 2 and the 3 seed to give each team 4 points. So we had Samu against Delcaver, and Delcaver won 3-2 to give his team the win, 8-6 for the week. DQs are bad, guys. Let's not do that.
Synergy Gaming had DQs. That's odd and out of character.
They had one. They only had one on this team. Next match was the Old God squad against Pocahontas in Space. Pocahontas in Space, they took it to him. Mange got the 3-0 DQ win over Odef, and I want to say that's his 4th DQ. I'm not sure. It might only be his third or 4th. It's bad. Okay.
Wasn't he booted from Team Rank 5 for DQing too much?
From somewhere. No, I don't know if it wasn't Team Rank 5, I don't think.
Mange hasn't played in the SHL match since week 2, fun fact.
Wow.
Oh, goodness. Rogue JT did pick up the win over A-Man Wolf, and G-Nets got by Force of Will 3-2 as well. So, I mean, good games, except for the DQ. Then the last match was Enthalpy against the Defias Henchmen. The Henchmen pulled that one off 8-5. We had D. Lyman picking up the sole win for his team. He swept Hockey Boys. And then the Anarchist was swept by Joe Hearthstone. And AO beat Jim Philos 3-1. So, least we had some good matches. I mean, they're not the worst one was, I guess, Pocahontas in space against Old Gods, but DQs, so we don't know how that one would have turned out. Aridin, do you have anything on any of these other matchups?
There was only one match that involved a shaman being played, and it was yours, Salt.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to know what happened?
Yes, please explain it a little more for.
Oh goodness, man!
If you will.
You know, I told you in the Facebook. Yeah, it's hard to win with just Maelstrom portals without any buffs, and then of course priest minions with loads of health, many dragons, many beatdowns. It was just a bad day. It just wasn't good. I got handled up by the 10th best Hearthstone class. Felt bad, man. Still feels bad. I'll probably just ban priest in every match. So, just bring it and I'll leave your shaman up, right?
So 100% of players that banned priest won their matches, and 100% of players that did not ban priest and faced it lost their matches.
Yes.
Priest in 2016, lull.
Hey man, it worked pretty good for him, man. It was would have been more interesting if I was watching rather than playing. It worked really good for him. But I got nothing else as far as the week in review. Let's go ahead and move on to the league standings. And Aridin, since you're here, you can actually go over your own, data that you got for us. Hopefully everything's right.
Everything is right. I
Awesome.
make sure of that. Nate doesn't mess everything up as he always seems to do.
There you go.
So as you can see, purple is pissing all over orange, and piss is pissing all over the rest of orange. The thing I noticed the most here is that only 7 points are separating the first place from second last, 5 points first place from sixth, and purple is particularly competitive with 3 points separating first and last. A lot of teams are 3-2 and 2-3. The old God Squad has been mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Press F. A lot of win rates around 500, and just going to be really competitive in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be really close. A lot closer than everyone likes it, probably.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Because like what we were in first last, and then we fell all the way to fourth just off of 1 week. So I mean, I think I said it last week. Just one week, man, and you can be out of the playoffs, for good. So these next weeks are very important for everybody.
Yeah, there's been a lot of bouncing around in both divisions, with the exception of OGS.
Yeah, well, they got 4 points last week.
They did get 4 points last week.
You can't beat.
That's a 133% increase.
Right? You can't beat that.
Mm-hmm. And I don't really think there's much great you can say. I mean, their 3 seed is doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhat. Their 3 seed is not the last place 3 seed in the league.
Small victories.
Yeah.
Small victories. We will have to talk to Jerry about changing that, but
we will. We'll get on Jerry.
But
around.
That's my analysis here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, these are pretty much,
Well, so
we got
if we pull up the week 5 standings, you see Enthalpy was actually had a chance of being an orange in the top 4. What happened to them? They lost, I guess.
They got destroyed. I mean, D. Lineman is continuing his massively impressive performance, but the Anarchist and Jim had had poor weeks. Piss, of course, swept.
Yep.
That's what happens when it's such a short season with so few teams. Everything's so volatile.
Yeah, the three players really, you can only gain 12 points, if you sweep, and that's pretty hard to do. So we're seeing very small, nobody's able to pull away here, especially with 50% win rates. We're all just lumped together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although Piss does have the highest win rate, so
They do.
Congratulations to them.
They do.
So they're getting a lot of 3-0s.
Yeah.
A lot of 3-0s and a lot of 2-3s, unfortunately.
That is correct.
Our DQs are tallied in here, yes?
DQs are tallied into the points and not the player record.
Okay. And not the win percentage?
Not the win percentage. Win percentage directly based off player record.
Okay, cool.
Otherwise, OGS would be much, much lower.
Oh, even okay. All right, gotcha.
So Deffin's DQ'd 3 weeks.
Right. Okay.
They would be below last place.
They would be
the priest of SHL?
It would be the priest of SHL. I was going to try and make a THL reference here, but I don't remember who's in last place in THL.
But if you said priest reference, that means they win all their matches, right?
I know.
Damn, that's true.
Yeah. Priest OP. All right. Shall we
They are for SHL what Team 600 Dust isn't for THL.
Okay, I like that reference. Very nicely done.
There you go. All right, well, I got nothing else, so we can
Yep.
As we can move on to the power rankings for SHL.
All right, well, I'm going to do my best lemur impression. I'm going to try and talk a lot and not say very much while I do so. But I know nothing about SHL, so Eridan, you're the expert here. I'm going to defer to both of you. Reading from the bottom up, looks like Old God Squad is 0-5. I've heard that they are the opposite of Team 1600 Gods. Can't confirm. Okay.
That is their THL equivalent, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
this THL thing.
And then, Eridan, you told me beforehand that obviously one of these graphics was messed up. Whose record is wrong here? Is it Enthalpy or Defies Henchman?
They are both the Henchman and Enthalpy are 2 and 3.
It's press F for production value, please. So Enthalpy Defies Henchman. Now, they're still correctly placed. They just happen to be the wrong information. But Defies Henchman moved up a little bit. Just a little bit. And, of course, Piss is the strongest of the Piss-colored division. And then we move up into the purple, the Silent Storms. Now, they did slide down a few slots from the number 1 from last week. Toppled by Synergy Gaming. Followed by Kawasaki Ninjas Rules and Explosive Sheep all the way at the top. The points leader kicking ass. Though it should be noted the Kawasaki Ninjas Rules are catching up. They're 2 wins in a row.
And they do have the coolest name too. I like their name.
Yeah, man. I'm envisioning like a 90s movie with ninjas on jet skis. It's pretty badass.
Right.
So, it looks like we have a fair amount of effort. The only thing I want to say, I'll say this again. DQs suck, guys. Play your matches, please. Just play your matches. Shall we talk about some top dogs? Yeah,
sure.
All right.
We can move on to top dogs.
So let's take a look here.
Eridan, if you want to take over the 3 seeds, go right ahead, buddy.
Yep. All right. So starting at the bottom, we have Bitbeaker picking up his first legitimate series win. The last place player winning with the last place class to sweep Jerry. So congratulations to him for finally finding the winning formula. Jerry, of course, got swept by Priest. Almond Wolf played a close one against Rogue JT, just barely losing. Jim got beat a little bit worse by AO. Dexter picked up his first series loss Dexter beat the only undefeated person left in Murloc Pie, who is no longer undefeated, unfortunately.
On a DQ at that.
DQ. He has a perfect 4-0 and he goes out on a DQ.
Ah.
That's That feels bad, man.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he's been showing up to all of his matches. I didn't get the, the explanation, but I mean, I'm sure it was, something legitimate.
One would hope.
I would hope so. I mean, they've been doing real good job making matches, and I'd hate to see him just decide after 4 weeks just to not show up 1 week, for no good reason. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is the 3 seed is very competitive for who is the number 1 3 seed.
Yeah, very much so. Oh, good Lord. All right, so we can go ahead and move on to the 2 seeds. I will go ahead and take that. Bringing up the rear, we have Odefen, who got the DQ loss to fall to 0-5 with a 25% win rate this season. He won 2 games, so that was a couple weeks ago. 7th, we have Mange, who we just talked about with the Odefen match. Red Marsh, clobbered, is at 5th. In 4th, we have Hockey Boys, who got swept by D. Lyman. In 3rd, the Anarchists, who lost 0-3 to Joe Hearthstone. Vegan Zombie is in 2nd after going down to this next player, the number 1 2 seed, Mr. Aridin, with a 65% win rate and 4-1 on the season. Good job, man.
Wow. Thank you. Learn to ban priest, and you might be 4-1 as well.
Very true. Ban priests be first.
Hey, you win your match, you go to 4-1. Just saying.
Yeah. And the only thing that really stands out to me here is the couple of DQs that we had in the 2 seed last week. You don't like to see that. Other than that, I mean, it was lots of tons of 0-3s by DQ or not, and then the only match that actually went 4 games was yours and Vegan Zombie. So
yeah,
that match was I love that match, man. That was good.
Even Joe on the Henchman, who moved up from a 2 seed to a 1 seed this week, swept in his match.
Yeah. And that is your 2 seeds. The 1 seeds, if you want to just run through those,
I can
Ben, you can do that.
So, number 8, we have Force of Will and the Old God Squad, hoisting the 1 seeds up on his shoulders, giving them a steady foundation. Samu right above him, and I'll note, from 7th to 1st place, every single player has a 50% or higher win rate. This is an incredibly close race. Really, really close. That the 7th place seed has a 63% win rate. Now, it looks like there were some DQs involved there, so maybe due for a higher placing than this record indicates. Above that, we got Joe, who swept the Anarchist, who knocked the Anarchist all the way down to the 2 seeds. Del Sever hit 5th. Salt right there looks like a recipient of a sweep from Direst Bear. I hope he used lube.
He did not.
That's unfortunate. Well, that explains why you have to sit up in your chair.
Yes.
Above that, we have G-Nets, the king of piss. And, a 67% win rate is nothing to sneeze at. Then Direst Bear on the top of the purple. And then the great D Lineman, 70% win rate. The top 3 players here are all 4-1. There's a 2-point difference separating them. But D Lineman rocking that 500 PR, slapping the table, showing everyone how big it is, with a nice 3-0 of Hockey Boys, who also got knocked down to a 2 seed.
Yep.
So, very impressive performance from those top players, but really, this is a close race. You could see these easily change in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I think so. The win rate for the win percentage for the 1 seeds, like you said, is pretty crazy. I think a lot of what is people moving up from the 2 seeds over the season makes it look a lot higher. Like most of the 2 seeds that did well moved up to the 1 seed, and then kick people that were up there down. So the win percentage is a lot smaller on the 2 seeds.
Yeah, that makes sense. You got a lot of people in the 2 seeds with PRs in the mid to high 300s, even Mange slumming it near the bottom of the 2 seeds with a 414 PR. So, like, these standings are pretty volatile, which I imagine happens at this point, like you said, in a small league with a number of teams.
Yep. So, yeah, man, should be an exciting last 2 weeks.
Coming for you, Salt.
Moving on to the THL League standings.
Let's throw week 6 up. Ooh, feels good, man.
Yeah, I bet. I bet it does. All right, so I'll just run from the bottom to the top here. In last place, we have Zenergy, the Yog Champs, the Damaged Ones, Team Golden Wisp, Danger Zone, the Nether Storm, Entropy, and Noob Central at 9th. Then your top 8, of course, if the playoffs started today, these would be your 8 playoff teams. We have Team Avatar with 82 points. Aeon has 83. Temporal Legends up to 6 from 8. They have 85. The Defias Brotherhood is in 5th. NWA is 4th. And the Harry Generals are 3rd. Team 1600 Gods are all the way up to 2nd now. They keep on moving up. Yeah. And yeah, man, that's awesome, dude. And then in 1st, we have Team Rank 5 with the 124 points on the season.
That is disgusting.
It's just slaying. So obviously, man, y'all are moving up quite good since the beginning of the season.
Well, it should be noted the people we played the first week of the season are currently in the number 1 spot with 124 points.
Well, this is true.
We were like, man, is every single match going to be this hard?
It turns out not so much, right?
No, not so much, except when you die to Exaxes from Argent Horse Rider and Priest because Bites plays memes.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was great in retrospect. At the time, wasn't a huge fan.
Right. Yeah, looking back.
And it should be noted, there are a lot of really interesting stories going on here. Blue Division seems really intense.
Yeah, they're the blue Nether Storm can get in this week for sure. I mean, Golden Wisp, Nether Storm, and Aeon are only separated by just 5 points.
That's crazy. They're playoffs right now.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, I think Harry Generals gets in, unless something weird they'd have to get beat pretty bad to get pushed, to the 3rd.
They play Aeon this week?
Yes.
Okay, so Aeon would have to crush them, like a kind of crushing that they haven't delivered to a team as strong as Harry Generals, and Netherstorm would have to also really beat down hard on Golden Wisp, and then there's a weird corner case doomsday scenario where they both end up with if Aeon and Netherstorm both gain over 15 points this week and Harry Generals gets nothing, there's a weird freak show possibility they don't make it, but I wouldn't count on it. Harry Generals have been so consistent this season.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. Barring some crazy, like you said, some freak scenario, I think they get in. So we'll see how that goes. Also, we have Entropy playing Temporal Legends this week, so they're playing for a playoff spot for sure.
Yeah,
that's a win and get in. And I want to say, let's see. I think Noob Central plays Defias this week, so that's pretty much a play and get in as well, since they're only separated by 4 points.
Well, theoretically speaking, all 4 teams in orange are still mathematically in it.
Mm-hmm.
There is a scenario where the damaged ones get in by 1 point.
They have to sweep Team Rank 5 this week.
They have to sweep Team Rank 5. Noob Central has to get exactly 12 points.
Wow.
It's
So there you go.
I'm
It is
not.
there.
I'm gonna
Awesome.
take the under on that one.
I
I'm gonna take
I,
the under.
Yeah, they're winning 20-0. Hell, against anybody's. I don't know that that's ever happened.
All they have
Much.
to do is ban Priest.
Yeah, that is true. Or bring Priest, whichever one.
And winning 20-0 did happen when Team Rank 5 played us Rank 1 or the week 1.
Well, y'all got 3 points, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. 20-3. That's right.
Yeah, so it's hard. I'm not saying it can never happen, and it probably has happened sometime in the past, at least once many seasons ago.
Well, it doesn't have to be to nothing. They just have to win.
Yeah.
It could be 5 3-2s.
That is true because they're not actually competing against Team Rank 5. So
TR5 in.
I got you.
None of us are competing against Team Rank 5.
No, not yet, not yet. And how's Green looking, man? Y'all are sitting up 98 points, and you play
Xynergy.
Okay, so you play Xynergy this week.
I will say God's Gift replied to an email. So we've
No
already
way.
exceeded our expectations as to how competitive this week is going to be. But so I think Danger Zone and Avatar are fighting it out. Avatar was a tough opponent last week, man. There were 25 games in the series. There were 5-game matches. It was super duper close. G-Nets housed me game 3 with crazy Druid luck. I think he got a turn 3 Thaurissan, and I couldn't kill it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. But so they were really close opponents. Zerial had a really nice match on Salty Saturday against Pumbas. One with Unleash the Hounds for your face, obviously.
Right.
But Danger Zone and Avatar are really, really closely situated, and either one could get in this week. Their playoffs start right now. As Energy, I think, is mathematically eliminated, as are the Yacht Champs. But Green Division, I'm not going to say it's underrated. I'm going to say that the battle for the number 2 spot is going to be hotly contested.
Yeah, I agree. And you got an email back from God's Gift. He hasn't been on Hearthstone in over 2 weeks. He's still on my friends list, so
yeah.
Last logged in 2 weeks ago, so
there may be some pressure from the captain for him to say something, but I don't know if there's pressure from the captain for him to play something.
Right.
So we'll see. I mean, last week he submitted classes. He just didn't show up again. So it's very easy to submit classes. It's slightly more difficult to actually be in a place at a certain time. So
this is true.
We'll see. Yeah. Slim says in the chat, God's Gift, please blink if you need help. Yeah, there's going to be a movie dramatization about a story next season.
Oh God, it's a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, that is your week 6 standings. A little bit of change up from week 5, but not too much. So I mean, I think it's starting to shape up pretty good here. We'll obviously at the end of this week, we will know everything. So good luck to everybody playing for sure.
Is Eridan quoting himself in the chat? The damaged ones will beat TR5 by a score of 13-12.
He is quoting himself. That's
Eridan. Don't be a quotesterbator. Nobody likes that.
That's like liking your own Facebook post, right?
Yes. Or laughing at your own jokes.
Oh, damn it. Feels bad, man.
Let's talk about some power rankings, guys. How do you feel about power rankings?
Let's talk about those.
Okay, so I got some power rankings. Let's take a look here. So, starting from number 10, MV Parker, moving back up with a solid 4-1, taking the 10th place. He is new to this particular incarnation here. Wait a minute, this graphic looks wrong.
This graphic is wrong.
Press F for production value. Dan's game.
I got the right one in front of me.
Well, you are welcome to start reading that while I get it up on the stream.
I will do that. In 10th place, moving down 5 on the list is Loaded Lux. 9th, new member to the top 10 is Mr. Josh Sampson. In 8th, we have Rogue JT. 7th is Phoebus. 6th is Bork, who also slid down 5. 5th is Dag Randolph, who fell 2 places. Oh, rip Dag.
All right, I got it on screen.
Awesome. Fourth, MV Parker, who moved up 6 from last week. And third, we have Poker. Second is Aroy. And in first place, moving up 1, back to sit on his number 1 throne, is Mr. Schlemps.
The manlet himself.
The mighty manlet himself. So yeah, this is our 10. We had a couple people move down, a couple people fall off.
Wow. It's Dag Randolph not in first feels bad, man.
He ran into a determined Gemini last week who hopefully she's back on the right track and finishes out this week with a win as well.
Yeah, and I should say
has 4 people, so they got to work on that.
And
what's that?
Like, I'm sorry.
Team Rank 5 only has 4 of their people on it. They have to do some work on that.
I know they can't. I've been waiting for all 5 of them to be on the list, and I don't think it's happened yet. There's 4 every week. I think one pushes another one off every time they come on. So.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus C is a paltry 4 and 2.
Yes.
There's some real interesting stories here too. I mean, look at Pokaher up in the third spot. A statement 3-0 over Cheesy 10. This guy has not lost a match since week 1.
Yeah, no doubt, and definitely sweeping Cheesy's a big deal. You know, Cheesy's probably the best, one of the best players in the league, I think. You know, so that's definitely an impressive win. And it was wasn't that the only win that the Harry Generals picked up last week, I think? Yeah.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah. They'll bounce back, man. They're fine.
I mean, they're only number 3 in points, so you know.
Yeah. You can. They can afford to do that.
It's worth noting that Slimsh and Aroy are the 2 6-0s left in the league. No one else is undefeated. Only Slimsh and Aroy.
So if they're both undefeated at the end of the season, then they have to play each other in like a best of 9 priest match, right?
Yes. And then they both lose at the end.
Then there you go. Then we don't have any undefeateds.
Well, they are playing this week. That I'm calling that right now. That needs to be the Salty Saturday top match, the battle for the undefeated. Except Slim has to host it or some crap.
Oh yeah, so I guess they're not going to be on. Feels bad. Well, there is your top 10. We can move right along to the THL top dogs. Aridin, if you want to highlight the top 5 of the 5 seeds and anything that you see there that you want to talk about.
All right, so 5th place we have Zabger, who lost a close match this week to Rock Base, who's approaching the top 5s. Drudded also lost a quick match to Phoebus, who keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Rogue JT of his Team Rank 5's representation there, of course, who had a nice 3-1 victory over Ham. Phoebus, as I said, got a 3-2 over Drudded, and Dag Randolph finally goes down.
But it didn't matter.
After 6 weeks, he finally loses.
And he's still solidly at the number 1 spot in the 5 seeds.
The 5 seed legend finally loses. Feels bad.
It's quite the fall from grace where he's only slightly way ahead.
Yes.
Yep. Who we got? Yeah, so anything else notable here?
We had the DQ.
Yeah, there's only one DQ there though.
Yeah.
Well, to my understanding, Asuna has been replaced on her team as of this DQ, if I recall correctly.
Yes, they were quick to fix that. So hopefully that works out well for them. moving forward. I guess the most surprising of the week is probably Gemini beating Dag.
For sure.
She had a rough season, and of course we all know Dag is a legend, 5 seed. So that one went a little bit different than I thought it would, but she is MVP runner up from last season, so she's definitely not a bad player by any means. That one surprised me. Other than that, everything.
Yeah, bunch of
looks
close
good
matches.
to me.
No sweeps.
Yep.
So there's something to be said for that.
Yeah. We can move on to 4 seeds. Ben, if you want to take that, you can.
Sure thing. I would normally defer this to Lemur, but Lemur's internet crashed literally 3 minutes before this happened. So, rip. But let's talk about the top 5. And Mr. Jesus C is number 1 in the 4 seeds, number 11 in the power rankings, but unfortunately cannot be with this team ranked 5 brothers. Behind that, we have the great Ziggy Sarah from Team 1600 Gods. She is going to be back to Queen of the 5 seeds this week. This very close loss to Lemur. Wait, is that right? Is there a typo there? Did I say she lost to Lemur?
That's what it says.
It seems wrong, but I did verify this data, and I'm not Nate, so it's certainly correct.
So that's technically Lemur's. See, his internet crashed because we were going to talk to him about his first real win this season, right?
His internet was too excited.
He was probably jumping up and down wherever he was, and he disconnected the router and didn't want to admit
it. Right.
Behind that, we've got Bork, number 3. It's an unfortunate fall from grace here because Bork was rated number 1 on the power rankings last week and was undefeated in the 4 seeds. And Swanky Tiger, it should be noted, who we're going to talk about 4th place, has been on quite the tear lately. I think it's how many weeks in a row has Swanky won? Swanky 3-0'd Raging Rhino last week and 3-1 Bork this week. That's quite the accomplishment.
Yeah, Swanky Tiger's on fire. Playing really good Hearthstone right now.
Yep, and then Pink Samus right behind there at 4-2. Very nicely done. And then poor God's Gift at the bottom. Another DQ. Show up for your matches, people. Not difficult.
I mean, they're just giving away points,
Quite literally.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do that. You can't do that at all.
It's otherwise. I mean, the win rates are still pretty stable. But it's Josh Sampson has found himself onto the power rankings. If I recall correctly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of close wins this season.
Very, very close wins. Very tough strength of schedule. So he's had an impressive performance and is just hovering outside the top 5. But he's 5-1. And any loss he's had has been close.
Yep.
Yep. He does have 1 DQ win, but he's still having a great season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and those DQ wins are deceptive, right? Because it doesn't give the player a chance to win more games than they would lose. So their win rate often doesn't reflect their actual performance in the league. His win rate's only 52%. But if he had gotten the chance to play that match, he could have had a 3-0 or a 3-1 and easily boosted that number higher.
Mm-hmm. So, most definitely.
Well-deserved placement in the power ranks by him. Salt, do you want to take the 3 seeds?
Yeah, sure do. Coming in at number 5, we have Crayon, who is 3-3 on the season. Number 4, we have Alec, who he won by DQ over Dark. 3rd is D Lineman. 2nd, MV Parker. And 1st is Aroy, who beat Dyrus Bear 3-2. He must have. I need to message Aroy and find out the key to beating Priest. I'm gonna get with him.
Play Conquest so you don't get swept by it.
That might be it.
He could have played it in the first game, and that's one of the 2 losses.
Could have. Notables from the rest of this list, we have. We got a couple of DQs in the 3 seed. I guess Tranador DQ'd against Gideon Echo, and then of course the Dark Salty Saturday DQ.
Feels bad, man.
I mean, we only got to watch 2 matches, right? It's not good. Most surprising, let's see. Dunamis brought those Dunamis decks and 3-0 D lineman. I think that's pretty surprising. D lineman's a very solid player. I would have picked him to win that match, but awesome job, man, for Justin there. And Mr. the Loch Ness 3-1 Crayon. Loch Ness has been playing some decent, better Hearthstone as the season goes on. So definitely I'll look out for him this week, see how he does. Everything else looks fine to me. I don't really see any other surprises. If we want to move on to the 2 seeds, Airden, if you want to do those, you can.
For sure.
I'll bring those up. I just want to say, rip Jedi Ninja.
Yeah, well, Eli gave it to him last week, so
yeah,
I'm not gonna talk bad on my leader.
All right, so the 2 seeds, incredibly close. 1 point separating first from fifth. Fifth place, we have Smoked Salmon, who sweeps Adidas. That's an impressive victory right there.
Yes,
very. Especially since they are both in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
We have Bites playing Bites decks, getting a 3-2 over Hambowen. Crovan 3-1's Markshire. And Loaded Lux takes the top spot despite a loss to Thor Smash. Salt, you're within striking distance there.
I'm confused.
Somehow within striking distance and leading the Green Division charge.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm really 4-2 or if I'm 3-3. I'm trying to think of how many times I've lost.
I guess from your record 3-3, but
I think so. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, that's a 3-3.
Yeah, okay. No, you're definitely 3-3.
Okay.
Otherwise, your 2 losses would have both been sweeps.
I think they. Oh well, yeah. Okay, I got 1-3. Okay, cool. Got it. Continue.
Yep. Thank you, Nate, for your excellent spreadsheet work.
That was me. Come on, I'll take credit where credit is due.
All right, thank you, Arhat, for your excellent spreadsheet work, and I apologize, Nate. Just consider it payback for the other times.
He probably did it anyway.
Fair enough.
There you go.
A nice thing to see here is that one single match, 4 points, separates first from 8th. So the top 5 there really is anyone's game. Some great winning percentages, close to 60% in a lot of people. There. Yeah. Anything else notable here? Yeah. So that is the 2 seeds. So, Arhat, how about you take the 1 seeds?
I would love to talk about the 1 seeds. All right. So going from 5 up, there is 5, 4, and 3. In terms of points, they're even. The only thing separating us is the win rate there. The G-Nets, of course, I'm sure he's still perma-tilted being at the bottom of this list. But he is quietly having, well, not quietly, he's loudly having a good season, just complaining about it the whole time. Wlos right above that has had a couple rough weeks, but playing against some really, really strong players. Poker and Top Hat Demon, who is just sitting right outside the top 5. That's basically Wlos and Top Hat Demon is the Vicious Syndicate match. They're both on the data report, and they were beating each other. Very strong players. Only one of them could win, unfortunately. I'm right there in the 3rd spot. We'll call it luck, I guess. But losing to G-Nets was definitely not luck. He housed me with Druid. Poker had a statement win over Cheesy with a 3-0 there. And then Slimsh beat Racy 591. This Slimsh guy, man, he's pretty good.
He is. That's what they say.
And there was a sighting of him playing Kibler on stream recently, but unfortunately he didn't get the W there.
Was Kibler was playing Priest or I think?
Of course Kibler was playing Priest. Dragon
Yeah.
Priest.
Yeah. Deck strong, man.
What happened to Aridin? Aridin died and my overlays went all messed up.
Oh.
Right.
Oh well. Hey, we're almost done anyway.
So I'm turning off your faces, because I can't fix the overlays while you're on. But just know that I'm looking at Salt's beautiful face, and Eridan disappeared.
Oh.
And yeah, who do we have here? So it's otherwise the 1 seeds they're all having pretty good seasons. There's no one that's lost more. There's one player that's lost 4 matches. Everybody else has lost a maximum of 3. And the win rates are all pretty solid. There's only one player all the way at the bottom. The real Doctor Who is not having a great season, unfortunately. But everybody above that is above 40%. And then, I'm surprised again. Racy is such a strong player. For him to be in 12th place just kind of blows my mind. But, that's Hearthstone.
Yeah, well, he did much better last season.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably busy hitting rank 1 Legend on Ladder.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, you can only play so many games of Hearthstone a month, right?
Well, allegedly. I haven't hit the limit yet, but I have a job.
Right.
Yeah, and Slim's just saying in chat, I reverse swept could have easily lost. I mean, a 5-game series, they said that on the power rankings, that's basically a coin flip that went the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, tough week indeed, but congratulations to Slim on that. Coveted 6 no slot, a 75% win rate. It's just ridiculous.
That is very, very impressive, for sure.
All right, well, Salt, you want to take us through the top 5s?
Yeah, I mean, just real quick, I'll just do the first place and all the seeds. That way we don't have to fill up a whole bunch of time. First place in the 1 seed, Slimsh, Loaded Lux. First place, 2nd seed, Aroy in 3rd. Jesus is first place in 4th, and Dag Randolph is first place in 5th. So, lots of good players, lots of Team Rank 5 members, all up at the top, for sure.
Yeah, it basically looks like Team Rank 5 plus Dag.
Yes.
It's except the 3 seeds Aroy snuck above MB Parker there.
Yeah, barely. And that is all of our graphics. We Q&A. I don't know if Slimsh is around for his 10 seconds of fame.
We got Eridan back.
Yep, I blame Lemur.
That seems like a reasonable thing to do.
Yes. Yeah.
So, what Q&A questions do we have?
Document now.
Oh, we only had one. The meme winner, Slimsh, who gets 10 seconds on Discord to say what he wants, and he doesn't know what to say. He says, "It's okay, man."
Slimsh is out of things to say. That seems out of character.
6 more minutes.
All right.
So if he doesn't want to come on, that's fine.
Let's see if I can get him here.
There you go.
This chat room that says Lemur is a blank is blocked out, unfortunately.
Slimsh is in the booth.
There it is. Slimsh, you there? Can you hear me, Slimsh?
That one stands for Lemur is a kook.
Yes, that must be.
All right. Well, no one's in here talking to me. All I have to say is, THL, you need to step up your meme game, because I took the low-hanging fruit, the obvious meme, and it won. So people need to step up their meme game.
People need to step up their meme game. Well, Slimsh, it's week 7 going into that. Your team is undefeated. What kind of memes are you going to pull out to end the season comfortably in the number 1 spot?
I guess that's 10 seconds. Bye.
He bounced before answering my question. Slimsh.
Never any real information.
Yeah. Just casually winning games and not sharing his evil secrets.
Right. Well, he brought up Paladin last week, right?
But was it Zul'Adin?
I with all my heart, I hope it was Zul'Adin.
You're not doing it right if you're not bringing a priest deck and Zul'Adin to a tournament match.
Ooh, both of them. Goodness gracious.
It's week 7. You have to rest your starters.
That is true.
What do you need? You need your Zooladin. You need your priest. How about Frozen's priest from Last Call, so you can beat that pesky control warrior. And
we saw how good that worked out though for him.
Well, he misplayed a lot there.
Yeah.
Well, and you need the Mill Warrior with the Violet Illusionist and the Bran and the Double Cold Eye, right?
Yeah,
for sure, for sure.
I beat that with Reno Mage this week in SHL, so maybe bring that and Reno Mage.
Man, last Hero Standing's a weird format.
It is. It is. I like it though. It's different, you know. I like the balance. You know, I get to play two series every week, and they're not the exact same thing.
Yeah, well, it definitely seems like the matches are a lot closer because you look at those win percentages, and it's really tight every week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was our only. We didn't have a Q&A this week other than that, so looks like that wraps it up.
Yeah, thanks to everyone for coming.
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing else, so I hope everybody has a good night, and we will see. Hopefully, everybody will be back next week. Lemur, maybe his internet didn't go out. Maybe his mom made him do the dishes, and he couldn't make the show. I don't, it's really hard to say.
Yeah, I hear that guy is a kook.
So hopefully he will be back next week, back in action. But that's it for me, man. Unless you guys got something else we can cut out.
That sounds good. I think Nate is going to be back last week, and I'm probably going to host for week 7 as well. So you'll actually see my face.
Hey, sounds great.
It was a pleasure to be here and host with you guys, and I might come back. Hopefully.
Yeah, hey man, thanks a lot, man.
Of course. Yeah, see you guys later.
Bye. Right.